Hey everybody, how you doing today? Got a question for you. Are you asking for what you need in your marriage? Or maybe another way to look at that is there something that's keeping you from asking your husband or your wife for something that you need? Well, welcome to the Turn It Up Marriage Tips and Tools Show. Hi, I'm Kelly, pastor, police chaplain, marriage coach, and author of the book, Turn It Up, How to Have the Lifelong Marriage That You Really Want. Hey, did you know that Jesus gave us a lot of marriage advice? Some of it was direct in that he spoke directly to married couples, but some of it was indirect. And I called the indirect things the hidden tips, the hidden marriage advice or hidden marriage tips from Jesus. We looked at several of these from the Beatitudes in Matthew chapter 5, but in Matthew chapter 7, as Jesus is continuing in the Sermon on the Mount, he's got some more marriage tips. We looked at one where Jesus talked about taking or why do you try to take the speck out of your brother's eye when you have a log in your own eye? And just about how if you want to help your spouse change, you need to take care of and examining the faults and flaws in your life first. Today, though, in this episode, we're going to look at Matthew 7, verses 7 to 8. This is what Jesus says. And I think this is so powerful for our marriages because it's missing in a lot of the marriages that I talk to, the couples that I talk to when I do marriage coaching. And it's this. Ask, what Jesus said, Matthew 7, verse 7 through 8. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives, and the one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, the door will be open. Well, let's admit it. Asking is hard. And I think what we struggle with is that we don't want to be needy. We want to be self-sufficient. We want to be, have it all of our needs taken care of. We don't like that sense of vulnerability or neediness. But we need to remember that God created us with needs. And it's those needs that create a bond, a relationship with other people, your family, your friends, but also in your marriage, with your husband or your wife. But you need to, just as Jesus taught us here, ask. And what he's saying in this verse, ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be open to you, is that he's encouraging us to be bold. He encourages us to then trust the person that we are asking from, that they're going to give what we need. And certainly we can ask God for what we need, but we also need to learn to ask our husband or a wife. And sometimes, let's admit it, we're afraid to ask because we don't want to be rejected. But let's push through the fear. I think Jesus would encourage us, push through that fear or hesitancy and ask boldly. In fact, James 4:2 says, you have not because you ask not. So I want to encourage you today to follow this marriage tip. Get in touch with your needs and then ask for what you need. You can do it. And asking, by the way, all you need to do is think about what do I need and then be specific with that. What is it that I really want? And if you can put a time factor on it, that's even better. So that way then people know what you want and when you want it by. Being specific, by the way, simply means, like for example, if you just said to your husband or your wife, hey, I want us to go on more dates. Okay, or I want us to go out to dinner. Okay, great. So your husband could take you out to dinner one time and say, see, I did what you asked me to do. Well, maybe you want more than just one time going out to dinner. You want it like once a month or maybe even once a week. That's what I mean by being specific. But get in touch with your needs and reach out and let your husband or your wife know. As I said in this verse, this hidden marriage tip from Jesus, ask and it will be given to you. Trust that your husband or wife loves you and cares about you, and they're going to meet your needs. In fact, when you ask, it really does set them up to show you and demonstrate to you how much they love you. So allow the person who loves you to meet your need and to serve you. Hey, if you want more advice on this topic, check out my book, Turn It Up, How to Have the Lifelong Marriage That You Really Want. I'm offering at an amazing 75% discount. Just go to turnitup.coach 75. And for the it's for the price, I should say, of a cup of coffee. Yeah, even less than a cup of coffee, you can transform your marriage. Well, that's it for this episode of the Turn It Up Marriage Tips and Tools Show. I hope you found these insights helpful in strengthening your marriage. Join me next time for more practical advice. Until then, keep turning it up. God bless you, and may God bless your marriage.